Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. And this week on the old Magic Roundabout, we've got a Corgi Toys Volkswagen. I think it's a 1300 driving school car. As you can see, it's got the big steering wheel on the top. And this is considerably crusty. And I mean crusty, as you can see it going round. Look at the top there. Down the sides, look at the wheels, the windows. I don't know if we can bring this one back, but we're going to have a bloody good go at it. Blistering paint on the front. That's usually a telltale sign of a bit of a corrosion. But anyway, enough waffle. As you see, it's going round. I'd just like to welcome any new friends of the channel. Welcome aboard, thank you very much. And welcome back all the old friends of the channel and long-term friends. Thank you very much for tuning in again. It's much appreciated. And we're well into the new year now, so hope things are going smoothly for everybody. There we go. Okie dokie then, let's get it off the Magic, get it on a bench and have a damn good look at it. Here we go. This is it then. Yeah, Corgi Toys, made in Great Britain, Volkswagen 1300 saloon. As you can see, it's got the tyres on it still, that's okay, but look at the wheels. Look at them wheels, man. They're disgusting. Windows, I don't know where this has been. I think it's been driving through a swamp. Yeah, but it's complete. The bumpers are complete. The steering wheels, and it does work, even though it's a bit crusty. You know, it's going to want some work. It does actually work. The wheels don't spin very well, though. I think the old brakes are a bit binding on this. Somebody's left the handbrake on or whatever. So, decision made. We're going to do this. As you know, I've got quite a few different cars to restore, but this one was sitting there near the top of the pile, and it was shouting at me, pick me, pick me, pick me. So I thought, yeah, okay. I've checked to see if I've got paint similar to this, which I have, a metallic blue. As you can see, it's all bubbling, the paint. I think you can see it from that angle. All blistering on the bonnet. So we're hoping that it's not too bad under the skin. I think I really should be wearing gloves for this one, shouldn't I? So anyway, got a rivet at the front there. It's got a bit of a, I don't know what's happened to that rivet. It's corroded. It's got a smoother at the back there. You can just see the steering mechanism in there. I would say it's pretty much similar to the Austin Westminster one, I would say. I'm not sure. I've not done one of these before. I think I've seen Corgi Bob do one or Nick do one. I can't remember now who did it. Or they might both have done one, I don't know. I know for definite Corgi Bob did the Safari, one of these. But anyway, right, I'll get the tools out and we'll get cracking on this one. We'll see if we can do something with it. I'm going to have to smooth that rivet out, so I'll probably do that before there and smooth that one out. Okay, here we go. Right then, just finished drilling the base. I went in with a 2.5 first just to get a centre hole. This is a 4. And I've just this second finished it. As you can see, I didn't even cleaned it off. So let's have a look, see what's in here. So right now, pay attention everybody. I might need that screwdriver. The front's alright because that's where the corroded rivet was. So if I can just tease the back out, because the steering is all at the front, so you can. God, I thought I'd cleared it all. Right, there you go. Right, let's turn it around the right way so we can see what we're doing. Let's get a bit of volume on here. Right, so we're lifting off. Sorry about that, the camera went off. Right, so we'll just gently turn that over. Look at the state of that in there. This is filthy in there. Now this steering wheel, if you can see, you turn it round that way, where the lugs line up with the gap in the window unit, and pull it out. See the gap in the window unit there? See that? Right, it's got a funny shape to it. That's these pieces here, there and there. Alright, so that's that out of the way. The window unit should drop out. Look at the state of it. Absolutely filthy. There's the bodywork. Okay. Posts aren't very big at these ends here. Be careful with that. Might end up gluing it in the end. Right, what have we got here? Look at that. It's got a rivet, so I've got to drill that out. Right in there. See it? That's holding the back on. And I imagine it's holding that on, which is then holding the front. If you can see the front there, that lifts up. So that's all secured by that one rivet there. And you can see the mechanism underneath working. There you go, look. So that steering, it's got two pieces on it, so the big piece goes in there, the little piece goes in there, and then we're on the go. So first job is to get that rivet out. I could do that off camera because I don't know, I've got to look, see what size drill bit I've got to get that in there, but just drill it off anyway, and then we'll get to where we need to be, and I'll come to you when we're going to lift it off. Okay, that didn't take too long. So let's get it around. I like to work this way around for some reason or other. I don't know. So just drill that rivet out the back and then lift this off. Look at the state of it. Right, these two lugs, two holes here, there and there, and that one. Go, these two front ones go in, one in there, one in there, and then the other one on there. You can see that, can't you? Look. Okay. So that's where they go. So that, I'll probably glue that back on there. Righty. So we got to that stage. Now have a look. Familiarise yourself with the layout. So let's just take that one off. So you look at the top of it and see you've got your flat side. Okay. So basically your pins are facing down. Alright. And the same with that one. And then this one should just lift up. Alright. So like you say, you can't mistake that one way or the other. Then the back axle just lifts off by itself. These are rusty. I'm not sure if these wheels will come off by themselves. That tyre's gone anyway, that's one thing that's gone. I don't think they're very crusty. I think the tyre's just going around on it. So we'll clean these axles up. Look at the state of them. They're supposed to be gold. This is the base. Can we pull it back? Can we pull it back? That's what I say. That one's tweaking. That one's tweaking forward a bit. And it wants twisting that way. This one's going up that way a bit. Right, okay, caustic soda time. And a damn good clean up on all them bits. There's all our bits in here. I've got the transfers, ignore that front one. I'll keep it in there because that's the next one I'm going to do. I'm just going to pull that out of here so you can see the decals. There they are. That's the decals. Alrighty, and I think these are from, yeah, these are from Black Square. Alrighty, let's get moving on. Right, we're at the caustic. I'll give it a quick wire brush down. I always give it a quick wire brush down with one of these, or you can have one of them, or you can have This is an old suede brush. I always give mine a quick rub down with that first, just to see what we're dealing with afterwards. There's quite a bit of pitting on this, which I expected. If you can see, hopefully you can see. I'll try and get it in this area here, like that. You just see it on the wheel arch. Look, there you go, look. Okay, we had that both sides. It's not too bad. You can, I usually find when it's like this, you can file it and sand it, and it's not too bad. And there's a couple of casting lines there as well. Might as well get them while I'm doing it. The bonnet's not too bad. This side, the casting line runs right across there. This side, I've been attacking it, as you can see. It's a lot better, this side, compared to that side. I mean, it's not great to show on the light, but quite a bit of that pitting has gone on the casting line. It just takes time. This is where you need your patience to take time. You won't get them all out. Some people use filler, but if you put filler all around there, you're going to have a job to get that flat and smooth. So what I tend to use my files. Got all different, these jewelers files, all different sizes, different shapes, triangular, flat, round. And what I tend to do is don't go mad, don't go heavy, because you're going to leave big score marks in it. Just take your time, a bit at a time, get yourself comfortable, and just file it down. You know, just take it steady, keep moving the file. Try not to get a flat edge, working it round there. You'll see what you're doing. You can see, because you've got little details like the indicator light there. You've got the headlight rims around there to be careful of. You don't want any flat, undue flat spots, you know, the wheel arches. Just take your time. You know, when you get into your, like in between your wheel arches, or in between the indicators as a curve bit, you use your round one. Get in there just gently. And when you filed off what you think is sufficient, I usually get I like these sponge pads. You get all different sorts. You've seen me use them before, you know, sponge pads. And then just sand over where you filed. And with a sponge pad, you can put pressure on it, or conform. It will conform to the shape that you want. And just go around and do it until you're happy with it. Like I'm saying, you're never going to get it super smooth, but you'll get it so the paint and primer will fill it in. Yeah, there's a few little spots there which the paint and the primer will fill in. Okay, well, the primer will start it, probably the paint and finish it off. But you know, you could be careful you don't put any flat spots in it. And when that's all done and you're happy with it, then you see, look at the back wheel arch. I don't know if you can see that. See, look at that back wheel arch around there. You smooth all that out with a file and then sand it. And when it's all done, I'll go over it again with a wire wheel, buff it up a little bit, or some wire wool, and then I'll degrease it all, and then it'll be ready for primer. So there you go. This is what you have to do. It takes time, be patient, but it's worth it in the end. Alrighty then. Yeah, get the first coat of primer, and I've gone round and put some more. I filed it best I could. One or two deep places here and here that I've had to put a bit of filler in. I use a Tamiya filler. I'm not a great fan of it, but it's okay. And a bit around here. Odds and sods of places. A little bit in the roof. And it's all been wet and dried. It's been all cleaned down with IPA. I'm just now waiting for the room to warm up and give it another coat of filler and see how, primer, see how we get on. I'm leaving the base bare metal because it was silver anyway, so I bare metaled the base. There is corrosion on the base, but I'm going to leave that on there because a lot of it is on the wording there, as you can see. and it's shined up pretty good. I've run a file over the bumpers, got them best I can. That front piece there, I've filed that, but it's going to have a decal on it anyway, so you ain't going to see that. And I've done the back bumper, filed that best I can, straighten up a little bit because it was a bit bent over. So that's it. Oh, and because these posts aren't very big, and because the position of the back post is quite close to here, and drilling through there, I've drilled, tapped and screwed. Notice I've drilled, tapped and screwed. People are always moaning at me, why don't I'll do that, but I've done this on this one. So we're going to get a coat of primer. If that goes down okay, we're going to get the metallic blue on. All right. Okay, another little thing here you can do. These front wheels, these are so crusty, to be honest with you. You know, it's difficult getting to clean them. So what you can do, they will pull out of there, like so. But on doing this, do yourselves a favour and take a photograph. Yeah, you don't want to get this round the wrong way. You don't want to be putting this that way. So take yourself a photograph, yeah. And what I've done with it is I'll put that pin, I'll put the pin on the other one back in that side and took the wheel completely off. So you can do that, because these were quite crusty. Yeah, I might have to tap this one down. Yeah, I've got to tap that down to get that out of there. So yeah, then you can clean it up a bit easier. Get in there, but this is particularly filthy, as you know, and it's bordering on bad corrosion in places. So that's a little tip. Yeah, if you want to take them apart, you don't have to. If yours is fairly clean and not full of corrosion like this one is, look at the corrosion on that, on the pitting all the way through there. Yeah, and then I think in a little while, if it hasn't been saved, this would have been fit for the bin. So if you don't need to, you don't have to. But if you want to really strip it down and clean it, then I suggest you do that. Done some repairs on the top wheel where it was the corrosion that chewed into the wheel itself. So I've had to put some JB weld around there, and I've just sanded it all smooth. I'm going to paint this gold because the pitting with the filing and the cleaning, it's took most of the gold plate off this. So, but I'm not going to paint the bottom half. I'm going to leave that as original, just this top piece, same as the wheels. I'm doing the wheels the same because the corrosion, the pitting has got to it that much that the gold plating's coming off, so it has to be repainted. So there we go. Going to give us a coat of primer, then some gold paint. Okie dokie then, there's the so I was just adjusting the volume. Yeah, metallic blue. So it's got to paint the details on it now. Okay, the wheels I managed to, was on about the other day, managed to get them better, a lot better, and put the tyres back on. The interior cleaned up nice. That's okay, that's all cleaned up nice. And the base, like I said, I polished it up, cleaned it up, spent time on the bumpers, smoothed them right out, so nice and smooth now. Okay, so we're getting there. Shined up this bit, not that you're going to see it anyway. The problem we had really was with the steering wheel. On the top it was that bad. It's you know, I put JB weld and stuff on it, and it was that knackered that I'm struggling to get it to look right. So that's over there drying now with a couple of coats of Tamiya gold, metallic gold leaf on it. Right, let's crack on with this then. We got a silver paint. We'll do a few details as per usual, and then we'll see how we get on with this. We'll do these little, I think these are grills in here I know some of them had grills in, some had lights in, but we're going to put them as grills. And there. Just nice and neat. There you go. And do the lights. Do the lights. If you can see steam coming across the camera, it's because I haven't got the heater on tonight. So it's a bit cool in here. Here we go. Just gently do them around there. There we go, we're getting there. Yeah, it's very wet and damp today. Yeah, this one's fought me big time, this thing. A lot of damage. But I think we pulled it back. It's never going to be perfect because it's that bad. But it's worth saving. That's for sure. So I'll get my fingers around it. I find it a bit awkward this bloody thing on my finger because I use rest my finger against there. I've been to the had a what they call a wound check today. Redressed it and checked it. Looks like I'm going to have this like this for a few more weeks. Which is a pain. That's what you get for being clumsy. A bit more on that other one, I think, to match them up. Gently does it. Right. That's better. Well, that's those two. Let's see if we can get this. Oh no, we need to put a little bit in here. On there. A bit there. And a bit there. That's for the indicators. See if we can get this, shall we? Yeah, not bad. We can do is get a toothpick. Get one of the sharp end to it. If you've gone over a bit like here, you can just run it round a little bit and take it out. Does work. There you go. Right, that's 7 minutes. So I'm going to carry on doing this, and then we'll be ready to assemble it. Okay then, here we go. Assembly time. All the parts is here. What we're going to do, we're going to do it, the decals here, my finger. We're going to do them last because I don't want to handle it because there's a lot of messing about putting it together, and I don't want to handle it while the decals are still a bit damp and fresh. So we're going to put it together first, then we're going to do the decals. Right. I'm glad we got to this stage because this thing has been a bit of a pain in the backside because there's so much damage to it, you know, corrosion has eaten in. I've done the best I can with it all. It's not perfect, but it is what it is. Right, first of all, get the windscreen, which is a lot cleaner than what it was when it started. Drop that in. Now I find your best thing is to put your steering wheel in. That goes in, obviously with the right way around. And then if you turn it that way, it locks the screen in place. Okay, so we can just leave that there for a second. Alrighty. Now, here we go. Bum ba da bum, bum ba da bum, bum ba da bum, bum bum. Right, this piece, that lug there, goes in that hole there. It goes that way up. Alrighty. And then you've got, you see that's got R on it for right. The two big pins facing down, one hooks in there and one hooks in there. This is where it gets fiddly and it starts all falling to bits if you're not careful. Same with that one, sort of facing the same way. Okay. Alrighty, that's that bit. Be careful not to knock it like I've just been doing. We'll just move that away a little bit. Back axle, don't forget that. And then this is where you've got to line up your two holes at the front. And making sure it's all in place. Make sure you got them sitting in there. Make sure that rivet is over the hole. You can glue this in if you want to. I'm not going to bother. You can see the slot through there. There. Right, there we go. That's the easy bit. And we've got to get this to sit. We've got to get this to sit. This top to sit on here now. It's best to make sure you've got your pins there. Your long pin at the front, short pin at the back. And then do the best you can to get that to sit on there like so. Check your steering. Yep, that's okay. Turn it upside down and put the screws in. Now I've got screws with washers here. As you probably know by my videos, I don't often use screws, but in this case I did for two reasons. One, if I come across another one of these Corgi driving school cars which has got a good steering wheel top to it, and then I'm going to replace this one because this is got a lot of corrosion in it. I'm not happy with it, but it will do for now. Okay, so that's one of the reasons I'm doing this. I do screws if I'm going to have to take it apart again for a particular reason, and this is the reason. Okay, now the back. And also the posts are a bit narrow on this. It's a bit fiddly. Bear with me a minute, I'll try and pick these things up. These are tiny. This is one of the reasons why I didn't want to put the decals on first. Oh, come on, you bugger. Come on, you bugger. Right, I should get it now. Yeah, you can get different screws to this. You can get the slotted, or you can get the panards or whatever screws, like Allen key screws. But these are the ones I got sent by Mr. P. Thank you very much, Mr. P. A long time ago that was. Right, just make sure that's all screwed up nice and tight. Yeah. And there. Okay, there we have it. She's all working. She's all steering. All singing, all dancing. Okay. Right, I'm going to put the decals on there over here. Going to put them in the water. I haven't bothered putting the sponge in this time. They won't want much soaking. These are black squares, so I've had to cut them out. We'll drop them in quickly, and we can take them out quickly then. They won't take long to, don't tend to leave them in too long. I'll move that over it. Right. That one there. That one there. Come on, you bugger. That one there. And where is it? I'm fishing it out of the pond. And it's coming. It's coming. You bugger. Because it's tiny. I'm trying to get hold of it with my tweezers. Not that bit. The other bit's here somewhere. There you go, that's got it. Right. Okay. Right. Shall we stick the door one on first, eh? So a bit of water on there. And we get that. And we'll stick it on there. Let's get the toothpick to manoeuvre it around a little bit. And there we want it. Use a bit of tissue to dab some of the excess off. There you go. And we'll get this on it. Give it a roll. Give it a roll. Still moving, look. Come on, you bugger stick. It keeps moving, governor. Just want to get it away from that door handle. Perhaps we can come down a bit along, something like that will probably do it. Right, we'll stick a bit of the old micro sole to make sure it's gonna stick. It will double do you. He's a bugger, mate. She wants to keep on the move. Right, that'll soften and stay in place. Instead of using water, I'm going to use some of the blue stuff. This is better than water. This should be better than the water. Alright, let's turn around and do this side. There we go. Yeah, it's very glossy paint on here. It should be alright. Should be right, boy. Should be right. It did have a couple of 3 coats of gloss on this thing. Corgi School of Motoring. Alrighty, drop a red. Drop a red, chaps, drop a red. That'll stick her down. Right, so all left to do is put the L plates on the front and back. I'll do that, let it drain off and dry off a little bit, then we'll get it on the magic. This is what we started with. Corgi Toys, Volkswagen driving school car by Corgi. As you can see, it's all crusty, and I don't know if we can bring this back, but we had a go. So now have a look, see what we did and see what it ended up like. Have a look at this. Feast your eyes on this. Here we are then, on the old magic. Corgi Toys driving school, or Corgi Toys motoring school. This is Volkswagen 1300. As you can see from the previous shot, it was a bit of a mess. It was a bit of a mess. I mean, it's by no means perfect. There was a lot of filling, sanding, scraping to get this thing to look anywhere near right, but everything works on it. Like I said, I'll try and get a new steering wheel top for it if I can at some point, but this one's not too bad. It's not great. Windscreen come up nice, interior come up nice. The wheels were breaking up with corrosion in places, so I picked the best side to display. But there you go. This one got away with it with the skin of its teeth. A little while longer, that would have been on the crusher list. So there we go. Well, I hope you like this one. Look forward to your comments. And as we say, onwards and upwards to the next one. And we'll see you next week with another restoration. So enjoy yourselves, be lucky, have fun whatever you're doing, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now. Bye bye. And